you through the game. All right. The basics. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to navigate Mars, how to land a rocket, manage drones, and construct buildings on Mars. This is a city builder based on Mars. Let me bring up the description. Welcome home. The time has come to stake your claim on the Red Planet and build the first functioning human colonies on Mars.
Welcome to Mars.
All you need are supplies, oxygen, decades of training, expertise, or experience with sandstorms, and a can-do attitude to discover. This reads as like it's from like a Fallout, a Vault commercial. In this training exercise, you will learn how to gather resources from the Martian surface, how to construct a small base, and how to refuel the rocket in order to send it back to Earth. Let's get started.
Hints such as this one will appear throughout the training process, giving useful information on how to advance in your current tasks. You need to master the camera controls and familiarize yourself with the terrain around the prospective colony site.
Thank you for reading it out for me. I appreciate it. Zoom in by using left stick to select the explored sector on the map, and then X to examine the surface more closely. Wait. Can I zoom back out?
Now it's time to land your first rocket.
Oh. Okay, so everything is done with the right stick. Concrete deposit. Okay. This is really, really strange to do.
With the rocket selected, designate a landing site on the indicated location.
This is really strange to do with a controller. Rocket number 1. Delivers cargo or colonists to Mars. Commands nearby drones. Contaminates nearby buildings with dust when landing and taking off. Requires fuel for the return trip to Earth.
And we have touchdown. The rocket has landed on Mars.
It carries drones, remotely controlled robots, which constitute your construction and resource gathering workforce. Gathering basic resources for building construction is one of the first things our Martian base needs. Place a metals deposit so that the drones begin automatically bringing metals from the scattered surface deposits nearby. Okay, so building menu with triangle, follow the hint arrows by using L and R to navigate the categories, and then left or right or left stick to pick a building within the category. Then use, okay, so I want to go over to resources or storage and go a depot and go with a metals depot, and I can't place it anywhere within that area because that's where the... Can I rotate it? I can rotate it. That's cool. The metals deposit over here though, so let's put it on this side. Use the following to control the game speed. Up and down is pause, unpause. Left and right is increase or decrease game speed.
Our rocket carries valuable resources that will be essential for the construction and maintenance of the colony. Initially, it's best to designate a universal depot, so the drones have a place to store them.
Cool. Alright, so let's build a universal depot. And we'll build it there.
Along with metals, concrete is the other vital basic construction resource.
The concrete extractor building must be placed over a concrete deposit. Look for a patch of yellow terrain near your landing site. Maximize the yellow terrain covering by the work area of the concrete extractor is maximizing the yellow terrain covering of the work area of the concrete extractor is good practice. This way, the extractor will produce more concrete in the long run. Cool beans. Over to concrete extractor. Let's zoom out quite a bit.
Well done. Now observe how the drones will carry all the resources to the site and then construct the concrete extractor.
But it said no cable connection. Oh, they're gathering new metals instead of using that one? Yeah, they are. They're gathering new metals instead of just using the stuff that's already there. Okay.
Like most buildings, the concrete extractor needs power in order to operate. Having a reliable electrical grid and supply is essential for the success of the colony.
Stirling generators are excellent power sources, but they are too complex to be built on Mars during the early stages of your colonization effort. That is why we ship them from Earth partially assembled in prefabs. Prefabs do not require any resources, only drones to unpack and assemble them. We provided you with a Stirling generator prefab. Ooh. Hey, Zeffy! How's it going? I'm good. I am learning... surviving Mars.
Connect the Stirling generator and the concrete extractor using a power cable from the build menu to power up the extractor.
Okay, so where do I connect it? Like that?
Waste rock is a byproduct of all extractors and is best stored at designated locations. This way you can ensure that it will not be in the way of future construction.
The amount of waste rock per resource extracted depends on the grade of the resources deposit. You can select a resource deposit to view its grade and the amount of resources remaining in it. Okay. I don't... It's a 24 production, so where do I put waste rock then? Build menu. Okay, let's do that again. A depot. Concrete depot. Can I move this? Okay, I need to build a dumping site now. Too far from working drone commander. Okay. So let's put it down there.
Drones will pick pending tasks on their own within the range of the drone controllers they are assigned to.
Currently all drones are assigned to the rocket. When the rocket is selected, the work range of all drones assigned to will be visualized. If the rocket takes off, however, all these drones will need another controller. Build a drone hub. Okay. Drone hub. That needs power. Whoops. Let's put it there. I don't know why it's always Mars. It's probably because it's farther away
Drones
from
run
the
on
sun.
batteries that have to be recharged periodically.
Pluto would be cool. Every drone hub has 2 recharging stations built in, but you need additional ones as the colony spreads out. Constructing recharging stations, especially along the lines with heavy drone activity, will prove vital for maintaining an efficient workforce. Where?
Maintaining a steady supply chain between Earth and Mars is essential, especially during the early colonization stages.
Every rocket has enough fuel for a one-way trip to Mars and has to be refueled on site, so it can return to Earth and be reused. Fuel is produced in a fuel refinery. To set up the production chain, we also need water. I need a moisture evaporator and a fuel refinery. So moisture evaporator, which I don't know how this works. Pluto has ice, ice means water, water means potential life. That's true. I need to get more power, though. So let's build... No, fuck off. I need to build more power cables. Build it that way. And then I need to build another generator. I don't have another generator. Okay. Now that needs to be plugged in. Power. Remember, each building needs...
We don't have sufficient power for all the buildings in the colony.
Okay, build the extra prefab generator, which I was just looking for, you did.
A system of pipes is used to deliver resources such as water and air where they are needed.
I was trying to do that. I was trying to build that second generator and it wouldn't let me do it. So let's build those pipes.
Fuel production is now underway, and the drones will begin to deliver the fuel to the rocket.
Cool. There are so many indicators on screen which I have no idea what they are. Can I actually just move this entirely? I hope I can. I hope it won't just like... No, you're stuck with it forever. It has 3 out of 5 refuel. Gathering exports. I don't have any exports to send. Oh, but you basically sell shit. Launch the rocket. Select the rocket and use R2 to focus on the rocket's info panel. Oh, okay. So you go like this. Automated mode. It will land on the same spot and won't carry any imports or passengers from Earth. The rocket will launch to Earth with the cargo hold is full and the rocket is refueled. Oh, that's cool. Allow forbid exports and change priority. Launch the rocket. As everything else gets dirty.
Congratulations. You have finished the first tutorial.
Cool. You learned how to set up a basic outposts on Mars that can gather resources for further expansion and refuel rockets. Using rockets to bring in additional supplies from Earth is essential for a fledgling colony. That's cool. So it doesn't just leave you to rely on what you have on the planet. You can call in supplies from Earth. I like it. I am looking forward to going deeper into this game.
Welcome, Commander. In this training exercise, you will get acquainted with one of your most valuable tools. Rovers.
Rovers are vehicles with a variety of useful functions like transporting resources, commanding drones, and analyzing anomalies. You have direct control over all rovers in the colony. Okay. What are those? Large solar panels. That's a rover. I don't know why it's spread out so much. Oh, it's because there's a water tower in the middle.
Now let's try moving around.
Move the vehicle to the area indicated by the arrow with the RC transport selected. Move the RC transport. Okay. Load resources, unload resource, create transport route, recharge. So is it this dot?
Rovers
That's not an arrow.
consume battery power while operational.
That's not an arrow.
From time
That's a
to
circle.
time, you'll have to recharge their batteries.
Every command that the rover executes gradually depletes its battery. To recharge it, you must simply move the vehicle near a power cable. The rover will draw power from the power network, so expect a spike in power consumption. Speed it up because it's going to take a while. It actually does say that. This may take a while, so speed it up.
The RC transport can load and carry resources around the map. Let's use it to refuel the nearby rocket.
Use the RC transport to load fuel from the fuel depot in the base, then unload it close to the rocket, so that its drones can load it into the rocket. Drones can also take resources directly from the RC transport if they need them. However, unloading the resources is quicker and will free up the RC transport for other tasks. Okay, so where's the fuel? Is that the fuel? That's the fuel. Load all. Nice.
Now order the RC transport to unload the fuel next to the rocket.
Ah, damn it. Get to work, drones. Oh, so I can just... That's cool. I can just hold R2 and hit square and it'll launch it for me. I don't have to go in the stupid info panel shit. Orphan drones.
Some drones are left without a controller after the rocket launch.
If drones lose the controller, they will look for new controllers nearby. However, if there are no controllers nearby, you'll have to manually assign them to a new one. The reassign command also allows you to reassign drones to understaffed controllers with heavy drone load. Okay, so select one of the drones, And then reassign all.
The RC transport is able to gather resources directly from surface deposits without the help of drones.
Oh! That's cool. It looks like it's slower though, but it means that you can send out your RC transports to like various areas to gather the resources.
Let's set up a small expand some distance away from the main base.
You'll need resources for the new base. The RC transport can be ordered to transfer a large amount of resources in multiple goes via the Create Transport Route command. The RC transport will automatically recharge itself if starting or ending point of the route is near a power network. Okay. So select the rover and use the Create Transport Route. But that's not the rover, that's the RC transport. Okay. With the command activated, press X on the Universal Depot as a starting point. All. And then near the marked area. Oh, okay.
Nice work.
Standpoint. Now observe how the RC transport makes its first course along the transport route. If things take too long, remember to speed up time. So he's recharging first, grabbing all the resources, and then that's cool. That is really cool.
Commander, one other thing.
Okay, the RC rover is a mobile drone controller that carries its own drones. With its help, you can gather resources from surface deposits, construct and maintain buildings. You can gather resources from surface deposits, construct, and maintain buildings. When moving far distances, the RC rover will first recall its drones before moving off to its destination. Okay, so I now go to the RC rover, go there.
We need to construct a new sensor tower to scan the nearby environment.
Use the resources that the RC transport delivered to build and power a new sensor tower. Okay. Boost scanning speed, especially for nearby sectors. Sterling generator, make them connect with power cables. Alright, Sterling generator, which I am building apparently. Let's put it right near the tower. That's fine. I think I still need to connect it with the power
Good job.
cable, though. Wow, you can get really close to this thing, eh? Look at the detail on that model. That's really cool. Little drones? Hey, wait. The little drones have eyes! Oh my god, look at this! It's got eyes. Oh, that is so fucking cool. That is a fantastic attention to detail. Oh my god, that's cool.
It's time to learn about scanning sectors and exploration.
You can scan new sectors to discover more resource deposits and anomalies. This is done through the map overview. Okay, so command menu, map
You
overview.
can scan sectors of the map to discover new resources and anomalies.
There are two main ways to scan. You can queue sectors for scanning. These sectors will be scanned one by one gradually over time. Sensor towers speed up the scanning process of sectors near them. The other alternative is to use probes, which you can buy using funding and bring on resupply rockets. Use a probe.
You can also queue sectors for scanning.
You can also queue, press triangle on a sector to add to the queue. Just to expand my area.
Well done. Now it's time to use our fully operational RC Explorer to analyze the anomaly.
Select the RC Explorer and use the Move Interact action to order to analyze the anomaly. This will take a while, so consider speeding up game speed.
Anomaly found.
Where?
Good job.
Good job. It's a giant battery. I just love this art
Anomaly
style.
found.
There's another one? Oh, sick.
The anomaly has yielded interesting insights into new technologies.
Researching new technologies unlocks new options for the colony, such as new buildings, domes, and upgrades. Anomalies often provide bonuses to research, such as unlocking new technologies for research or providing research points. Okay, so while I'm doing that, you're going to do that. And then research by L2.
This is the research screen. From here, you can choose and queue techs for research.
Techs are divided into 5 basic fields and a field for special breakthrough techs. When you research a tech from the given basic field, you will unlock a new tech in that field. Breakthrough techs are special unique techs that are unlocked via anomalies. Queue at least one technology for research.
Commander, one other thing.
Each tech has a cost of research points, which are generated in various ways. Your sponsor provides some research points to start with. Once colonists arrive, you'll be able to construct research labs which generate research points faster. You can view a breakdown of the research points generated per soul on the right side of the research screen. Cool.
Nice work. Now you know how to handle rovers.
This is actually pretty cool. There's a lot of in-depth stuff that I was not expecting from a city builder.
Welcome, Commander. It looks like this forward base has gone through a major dust storm.
Now it is your job. Oh, that's a typo. Now it is your job to fix it and prepare for the first colonists. In this tutorial, you will learn how to handle power, life support grids, and building maintenance, as well as how to construct your first dome. Okay.
First things first. Let's remove some unnecessary structures.
This concrete extractor has depleted its deposit and will be of no use to us now. No, it hasn't. Okay. Okay, so it's select the concrete extractor, and then select and press the salvage button.
Now, let's get that drone hub operational.
We need to supply the drone hub with power. The resources from the salvage concrete extractor should be enough to construct a solar panel. It would be best to use the existing power cables to connect the two buildings and avoid wasting more metals on cables. Okay. Large solar panel. They've got two here. The ruins of an abandoned building can be cleared for resources or rebuilt.
We have some power, but it's not enough. We should prioritize the drone hub.
Okay, so select the drone hub and then change priority.
We can use the machine parts left from the concrete extractor to build a wind turbine.
Wind turbines are a good alternative to solar panels as they operate day and night. They also get bonus power production if built on high ground. However, wind turbines have high upkeep costs and require maintenance more often than solar panels. So that's why you would go with a battery.
Even with the wind turbine, there won't be enough electricity to power the base, especially during the night.
Solar cables provide power only during the day, and we don't have accumulators to compensate at night. You can set some of the base buildings to automatically turn off at night using the building shifts. Building shifts. There are 3 shifts: first shift, second shift, and night shift. Buildings will require power, resources, and workers only during their active shifts. Disable the night shifts of the moisturizer and... Okay.
You managed?
Oh, fuck! The condition of buildings deteriorate over time. Martian dust and disasters contribute to deterioration
We
of
need
those.
more metals to secure this base. Use the RC transport to collect some metals and transport them back.
Okay, so RC transport. Can I... That's cool. It is so slow to gather materials. It's gonna help gather. So I'm gonna go with want to
Good
select
job.
all drones.
However, we need more than just metals. Fortunately, we can call a resupply rocket from Earth.
Using rockets to resupply from Earth is the best way to secure resources early on. You'll need funding to buy resources, but your sponsor usually will provide you with enough to get a basic colony up and running. No, I wanna mine this. So we'll order 20 polymers, 20 machine parts, and electronics.
Let's do some cleaning up around the base while we wait for the rocket to arrive.
The remains of destroyed or salvaged buildings will obstruct other constructions. To clear such ruins, you'll need to research decommissioned protocol, technology, and engineering field. So research. Oh, it's giving to me.
Now, let's remove some of the unnecessary cables.
You can use the salvage tools on the build menu to remove cables and pipes, as well as alternate way of salvaging buildings. Where am I landing this? Land it near the base.
The
So when
supplies
we-
from Earth have arrived, and we can use them to expand the base.
Let's start with the power accumulator. It lets you store power for nighttime or emergencies. Keep in mind that accumulators have a capped maximum output, so a single one may not be enough to power all buildings at night. Okay, so why can't you gather from here? Why can't your drones do this? Let's get that power accumulator up. And then I'm also going to build power cables.
Water is essential for a sustainable Martian colony. Fortunately, there is a water deposit nearby.
Let us build a water extractor near the deposit. All extractors must be placed near a deposit of the corresponding type. Remember to then connect it with power. May also have to build more power producers to generate the required power.
Use the build menu to construct a water extractor near the water deposit. Then, power it up.
I want to rebuild those, as well as build a cable from there to there.
The water extractor is ready, but we don't have a storage for the water it will extract.
You'll need water for domes, farming, and polymer production, but for now we don't have any of that. Store some water in water towers. Storages are important safety measures for your colony as they will provide water, oxygen, or power in the case of a producer breaking down or ceasing operation during a disaster. Okay. So now I need to build a water tower. I'm gonna put it there. And then connect it by pipes. Connect it there. Can I set this up to automatically...
The time has finally come to build the first dome that will house our colonists.
Domes are large superstructures that house colonists. You can construct many buildings inside domes. Some of them require colonists as a workforce. Domes have limited space, but can be connected via passages to form larger systems. Remember to use the RC transport to mine metals and to call resupply rockets if you need advanced resources to finish the dome. Whoa! That's massive! Okay, you... Huh. Okay. I don't see any other surface deposits of metal. That's what I was looking for. I'm looking for surface deposits of metal. And then the other thing is... I want to know, can I have them... like automatically repair stuff? Because I've got dusty stuff here. Basic dome. Fucking massive. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, dog. Damn it, dog. I think the yellow ones are dying. Like they need to charge up. Okay, so which was the one that I accidentally skipped? Okay, I don't think it doesn't look like I skipped anything. Okay, so I've got enough metal, it just needs concrete. Oh, that's why, because it's so fucking far away. Alright, big guy. I want you to load resources, all. Unload resources. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, drones? What are you doing? I take them from there, put them near the build site so shit can get built faster. Okay, so they took the extras. Alright, that's good. Oh, that's jokes. That's jokes.
We have an oxygen.
The dome is complete, but we have to supply it with water, power, and oxygen before we can use it.
Domes require life support, namely water, power, and oxygen. Connect the dome to an existing power and water infrastructure. You may need to build additional power producers. For oxygen, you will need to construct a MOXIE, a device that extracts oxygen from the carbon dioxide in the Martian atmosphere. Once the MOXIE is ready and powered up, connect to the dome with pipes. It may be wise to build an oxygen storage as well. Okay. So let's build power first. Right. And then get some power. Let's get some water pipes in here. And then a MOXIE. Do I have to separate the pipes?
We have a power shortage.
Okay, that I figured.
We have a power shortage. Let's build another accumulator as well. What can I... Can I not just see, like... Everything is so dusty! Okay, so it looks like I've got a +2. Don't know what that means. What if I connect these? I'm curious. Let's connect to this network here. I want to know if they can be on the same, like, piping network. If I have to separate oxygen... No, they can. Never mind.
Well done. You have completed the simulation successfully.
I thought it would have been really cool to have it so that you have to have separate oxygen and water pipelines, but apparently you don't. You just connect it to one. You learned how to handle power, water, and oxygen, as well as how to build maintenance networks. Maintenance works. No, I don't. As well as how building maintenance works. You're ready to set up a basic colony, and ready to accept the first human pioneer on Mars. Continue to it now, or simply start a new game? No, colonists. I'll do that now. the game
Welcome
laggy,
back,
that is not.
Commander. In this tutorial, you will finally familiarize yourself with the challenges of sustaining a society on Mars.
Everything done beforehand was a prelude on this very moment. The arrival of the Founders. Our first colonists are called the Founders after they set foot on Mars. A trial period meant to test how humans fare on Mars will begin. No more colonists will arrive from Earth until the Founders stage ends. Be careful, if all your colonists die during this period, the mission will be terminated. Oh shit!
The foundations for bringing your first colonists have already been laid down. One of the final things left to do is to provide the Founders with living space.
Living quarters are built inside the dome. The space within the dome is limited, so each building has to be carefully planned. Okay. Oh, that is so cool. That is so fucking cool. Now my drones go in through the airlock to build the living quarters. Oh, I want to play this on PC. Oh. The console controls are nice.
Complete,
They're not
colony is ready
overly
for the
complicated.
arrival of the Founders. From this screen, you can inspect all available applicants and determine which ones will travel to the colony.
Colonists are organized by their age, specialization, and various traits. You can set desired and undesired traits in each category using the thumbs up and thumbs down icons. Colonists with more of the desired traits will board the rocket, while colonists with any undesired traits will be rejected. Okay. Children and seniors cannot work. Applicants with more of the desired traits. I would like more adults. I would like more adults and youth. Middle-aged are okay. Specialization doesn't really matter. Gender doesn't matter. Role 6 doesn't matter. Perks. Nah. Chronic condition, idiot. Yeah, no. Lazy. That's cool. Okay, launch. Use the applicant's filter.
Colonists will arrive on Mars with a small amount of food, but it will not last long. We need to make sure that they will be able to produce their own food on the Red Planet. The hydroponic farm can produce food. Although the colonists can take food directly from a food depot, they will be happier if they can pick it up from a grocery.
Construct a hydroponic farm and a grocery inside your dome. From the build menu, hydroponic farm. So I can fit 3 hydroponic domes or hydroponic farms here. Grocer. Or I can go with like the grocery right there. There we go.
Colonists need service buildings to keep them comfortable on Mars. The grocery that you already constructed is one such service building.
Different services satisfy different interests colonists may have. Colonists will feel more comfortable inside a dome which has the interests covered but you don't need to cover every interest in smaller dome. This might not even be possible. If the comfort of colonists falls too low, they will become Earthsick and decide to leave Mars and go back to Earth. However, Martian-born colonists will never get Earthsick. Okay, so I had to get past the founder stage to get them to start mating. Okay, land the rocket. Let's land it over here. So that it's far enough away from the dome, and the dome's not going to get dirty. Construct a spacebar.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
The next 10 days will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promise and opportunities. It is now to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of human civilization. Even the most epic adventurers begin with a single step. Spacebar.
New colonists have arrived.
I'm just gonna creep on their houses. Those are really nice houses. Oh, hey! You can even look through the fucking window! That's so cool!
Great. Now that you have a spacebar, you can customize its work settings.
The founders that have arrived have taken available jobs automatically, but you can customize their work assignments. With the building selected, notice that 3 available work shifts on the info panel. 2 of them are active, with 2 workers employed at each shift. The more workers assigned to the building, the better the building performs. Initially, however, you won't be needing so many people working at a spacebar, as there will be other important jobs to fill and limited people to fill them, especially during the founder stage. So go to the spacebar. Disable 1 work slot per active shift in the spacebar by the following steps. Focus panel. Then highlight one of the work slots in the first 2 shifts, which... There. Oh. Oh, after you square. There, done.
Healthy colonists at working age are able to fill any position, but how well they perform at a certain position varies between colonists.
Some buildings are more efficient with workers with certain specialization. For example, scientists are the best workers for a research lab. Fuck! This is actually really in-depth. I was not expecting this level. I really like this. Not only do you need to manage and maintain the colony outside the dome, but also inside the dome.
Work shifts, among other things, are a way to manage your workforce. The more shifts a building has open, the more colonists it will attract to work there.
Colonists don't like to work at night and will lose sanity while doing so. Furthermore, you may activate the heavy workload option, which boosts the performance of a building during the shift, but inflicts sanity and health problems on the workers due to the increased stress at their job. Activate the second work shift.
Building...
Oh, I accidentally skipped that. Yeah, so I just have to set it with priority.
With the research lab up and running, let's begin researching some technologies.
Okay. That was the wrong button. Ooh. From the research screen, Q 3 of the available technologies by using X. These are all available? Jesus. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Hanging Gardens Biotech. New Spire building. A beautiful park complex with great improvements in the comfort. Okay. Nope. Shuttle hub. Houses and refuel shuttles that facilitate long-range transportation of resources between depots and resettling of colonists between domes. Why can't I choose that one? Oh, I have to choose ones that are colored? Is that research already? Oh shit, it is. Drastically reduces the water consumption of the dome. Low G fungi. An out-of-dome building that produces food. Oh. Large in-dome building which is more work efficient and requires no power. Let's get that one. Low G high rise. Nope. Require less fuel, fuel compensation, cargo space. Constructed with additional 2 drones and a maximum of drones. Yes. Sensor towers no longer require power or maintenance. Deep scan. I don't know what deep scan does, but let's do that one. Increase wind production. Okay. Let's... No.
Congratulations.
Damn it. I want to
You
get rid of
have
that one.
provided everything needed for a successful founder stage.
The founder stage takes 10 souls to complete. Be careful. If all of your colonists die during that period, the mission will be terminated. Having a baby born on Mars before the end of this period will also complete the founder stage. This can happen if the comfort of your colonist is very high.
You have completed the tutorial for the founder stage.
This is actually something I was just wondering. If I set up a dome to be strictly food production, do I have to have colonists inside that dome to work there, or will the colonists move from dome to dome? Can I have like a habitat dome and then a food dome? That's my... if that's the case, and I can do that, that's cool, and that's what I'm gonna do. Set up a habitat dome and set up
Welcome back, Commander.
a agriculture
In this
dome.
tutorial, you will manage a larger colony that consists of multiple domes.
As you expand your base and try to obtain various resources scattered across the map, you will inevitably end up with a colony that consists of several domes. This tutorial will introduce you to a lot of typical situations that you can expect to come up in a big colony. Oh,
Shuttles
that second
can
dome is way
transport
spread out.
resources and colonists across great distances.
The complex technology needed for shuttles flying in the thin Martian atmosphere typically must be researched. For the purpose of this tutorial, however, it has been granted to you. Construct a shuttle hub. Okay.
That's what I was actually looking at earlier, is what do shuttles do? And connect it to the power grid. Okay, power grid. Done. But why would I build them so far apart? Why would I build them so far apart? Why put the domes there so that I can't connect them? Why not, like, right beside each other? Unless specifically I'm building
Now
something
that we
further
have
out to get a
operational
resource.
shuttles, it's time to establish a mining dome.
A mining dome? Colonists can work in some outside buildings placed close to the domes, such as extractors for metals and rare metals. Since colonists will be needed for the extraction of these underground deposits, it's good practice to place domes near such deposits, as in the case in this simulation. Construct a rare metals extractor next to the... Oh. That's exactly what I was wondering. Why build there? It wouldn't let me build it anywhere else. That was the only place I could put it. And it does look like, because the dome is connected to the power grid, I can then connect it as a separate power grid, which is cool. Because this is providing water to the dome. Water and oxygen. That's really fucking cool. I like it.
Cable fault reported.
Cable fault? Section of the grid has been malfunctioned, is now leaking. Oh, the drone will do it automatically. That's cool. So what's the next step? I built it. Oh, I probably have to connect it with power. Building's not working. Wait a minute. Dismiss that one. There's a grocer not working.
There are no colonists in the mining dome. We must provide living space for the colonists so they can move there.
Once you provided a dome with living space, colonists around the domes will be able to resettle in it, provided it is within walkable distance or there are available shuttles to fly from there. Okay, but there's no shuttle over here. Is there? No, there's no shuttle over here. So how are they going to get from... Do you only need one shuttle? We're going to find out. Because when I put this down...
Don't forget to provide basic services for the citizens of your new dome.
Yeah, I know, I'm working on it. The music is really intense. I'm gonna get through all the tutorials and then we're gonna call it for the evening. Tomorrow we're gonna be picking up Persona 5.
You can set up filters for every dome to attract colonists with desired traits, and block or push out colonists with undesired ones.
Okay.
Being near a rare metals deposit, this dome is best suited as a mining hub. So it's best to encourage geologists to migrate here.
Because we want to make sure that the research dome gets the available scientists, we also ban scientists from inhabiting this dome. Okay, so specialization.
This dome has been designated for research purposes, so it's best to attract more colonists with the scientist specialization.
And because we want to make sure that mining dome gets all the available geologists, which are best suited for the work inside the extractor buildings. Oh, fair enough.
Colonists can migrate between domes using shuttles or walking when they are positioned close to one another. However, they cannot usually visit buildings in nearby domes on a daily basis unless they are connected to their own dome.
To demonstrate dome connections, let's first build a new dome near our research dome. I could have put them really... You could put them closer than that. Micro dome, barrel dome, passage, and passage ramp. It should be rotated to the lineup too. It's dumb not to do that. Put enough space so that you can have ramps for drones to get over. That's cool. So is there an area that this covers? I don't understand what its zone of influence basically entails. I'm thinking the barrel dome might be the largest one. The micro dome being smaller, and then the barrel dome being larger.
Construct 2 farms in the new dome. They will be used as workplaces for the colonists in the old dome once the domes are connected.
That is such an inefficient place to put that farm.
Cable fault reported.
I gotta connect this to the network. Actually, can I
Domes positioned closely to each other may be connected with passages.
Passages allow colonists to travel safely to domes directly connected to their own, seeking work or services there. Connecting the research dome and the newly constructed dome with a passage. Okay, so they have to be directly connected to their own. So, in a spoke system, you would put your habitat dome directly in the middle, and then surround it with working domes, either research or food production, that kind of thing. Passage must be started in unoccupied hex within one dome and end in such a hex within the other dome. Oh! So this doesn't even use the... Oh, shit. Okay.
Cable fault reported.
Oh, I didn't realize that that took up a spot. So that means in order to... Ooh, you lose space. In order to build these passageways, you lose space. Well, fuck. That changes everything.
Good job.
Now that two domes are connected, colonists from first can start working on the newly built farms in the third dome. Passage will also connect the two domes for the purpose of distributing power, water, and oxygen. That's cool. Because then you only need one connection going to the dome. You don't need one going to every single dome.
Some buildings can have upgrades that can improve them in various ways.
All upgrades become available after specific technologies are researched and have construction costs. Furthermore, some upgrades will increase the resource consumption of the building. The extractor amplification. Extractor upgrade amplify increases protection by 25%, but also increases power consumption.
Cable fault reported.
Infirmary. Okay, so that's just like a relaxation. Diner. But it has to be directly connected to their own. Yeah.
No.
Congratulations. With the research complete, a new upgrade for your extractors is now available. It is not automatically activated in your buildings. You must construct it first.
Select the water extractor is the indicated
Cable
upgrade
fault
icon.
reported.
Nice work.
See, I like it that you have to be directly
The
connected,
upgrade has been constructed.
but it does limit. It limits what you can do, like how many domes you can have connected. Down to like 4. Because if you do any more, every time you take out one, like every time you build a new passageway, you take out one residential block. Because like I can't put this 3-chunk residential block here now. But I can put a second
The command
passageway.
center is a treasure trove of information about the colony.
It offers historical data for various colony metrics as well as observes of domes.
Overviews of domes, buildings, colonists, and transportation. This is the one that we just built. It's got the... Yeah, if I put a second one here, I can stretch it out to a second set.
Congratulations,
You can even
Commander.
do...
You have graduated
like,
from the International
a
Mars
snaking
Mission
network.
Training Simulation.
Team at Mission Control is eager to meet you and serve under your command. The challenge of conquering Mars for the sake of humankind is still a tough one. But with a commander as skillful and resourceful as you, the task seems a bit easier now. Colonization of Mars awaits. Good luck, Commander. And may the cosmos be with you. Yeah, you can do a branching network all coming off of the same side of the dome. But you're still limited to 4 in that one section. So I don't know if you actually need to have that many. It'd be interesting to see. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go and take a break. Tomorrow we'll be starting off with Persona 5 and probably playing Persona